Lakers, who have won 9 straight from the Knicks. Wilkes, Jones, Abdul-Jabbar, Nixon, and Cooper. As we mentioned, Magic Johnson will not play. He'll make his debut on Friday night. As far as the Knicks are concerned, who won Friday over the Washington Bullets, Russell, Sly Williams, who's been a big improvement in this team, Cartwright, along with Ray Williams and Michael Ray Richardson. Earl Strom and Jess Kersey, the 2 men who will be in control of today's game, as we have a sellout crowd here in Madison Square Garden. The Knicks have won 4 in a row, 5 of their last 6. And when they lost Tuesday night in Los Angeles, they had an 8-game winning streak snapped, which is the longest they had had since that title year, 1973, when they won 16 in a row. But the Lakers, who have a murderous road trip, they go to Chicago on Tuesday, Milwaukee on Wednesday before returning home, have won 15 of their last 20 games. And of course, everyone is waiting with a great deal of anticipation Friday night when Magic Johnson will open up and play against the New Jersey Nets. He will not start in that game. Paul Westhead told us that he will get him back in and bring him along very, very carefully. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He had 28 points in that win Tuesday night against New York. He was a dominating player as far as block shots are concerned. He is second in the NBA in that department. Ready to go as it comes off to Jim Jones. Jones will bring it out to Nixon. Nixon is the quarterback, the trigger man on this team. Off to Michael Cooper. Broken up, Sly Williams kicks it out to Michael Ray Richardson. He almost travels to Bill Cartwright. Cartwright out to Campy Russell. Richardson had 27 points. Next Tuesday is called for charging into Michael Cooper.
Offensive foul charged against Michael Ray Richardson.
Richardson picking up the foul.
One thing Red Holtzman said, that occasionally Michael Ray gets himself a little bit out of control. He's so quick, has such great speed, that occasionally he will just outrun himself.
Michael Cooper, who figures to be the man who eventually go back into that 6th man role when Magic Johnson returns, inbounds it to Norm Nixon. Nixon playing with some sore knees. He had an ankle difficulty about a week ago. Into Kareem. Let's see how Cartwright will play him. 7-1 against 7-2. Had the ball batted away, and that messed up the shot as Sly Williams brings it down. Off to Richardson. Michael Ray dishes off to Cartwright. He loves to shoot from there. That's his favorite spot on the floor.
Surprisingly for a big man, he's a great outside shooter. I guess he and Bob Lanier are 2 of the finest outside shooting centers in the game.
Cartwright is 19th in the NBA in scoring, averaging over 20 a game. Kareem, boy, he gets that low. It's all over. 2-2. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has just been playing remarkable basketball. In fact, he's had 21 games of 30 points or more. Cartwright looks like he wants to establish himself early in this game. 4-2, the Knicks. The Knicks trying to catch up in this Atlantic Division. Red-hot Boston and Philadelphia. Jamal Wilkes hits the deck. Here's Sly Williams. What a vastly improved basketball player he is. Campy Russell, nice speed, and Sly Williams is able to get it to go.
There's the fast break that we talked about, trying to establish it early. They got that one out there pretty quick and got a good opportunity basket off of it.
Sly Williams, according to Red Holtzman, the coach, is one of the mysteries of life. The difference of his play this year as opposed to last. And we're going to have a pushing foul going against Ray Williams.
Fouled by Ray Williams. His first personal foul on New York's first team.
Jamal Wilkes will inbounds the ball at the 10-10 mark of this first quarter of play. Cooper with Richardson on him. Norm Nixon moving well without the ball. Beautiful pass to Jamal Wilkes.
That was Jamal Wilkes. New York leads 6.
Jamal Wilkes averaging 23 points a game, 11th in the NBA in scoring, and he's starting to get some of the publicity he so richly deserves. Side baseline, and they're looking inside.
And he's playing good defense. Now, that last play, he has done what you call opening up to make sure that he can see the ball at all times and see his man. Now, this can be a difficult. That was easy. This can be a difficult thing to do when you got a lot of picks set out there. You run into guys all over the place, but it keeps open up so you can see. That's one of the keys to playing defense is keep your head up and be able to see with the ball and see your man at the same time.
Boy, Nixon got an easy two. He kind of caught the Knicks napping on that last one. 6-6 score. Sly Williams, and that'll be goaltending. Kareem arriving too late.
Well, I'll say one thing. They were lucky Campy Russell walked twice with the basketball when he had it before he made the pass. There the ball come back inside, and Kareem comes over to make the play. There's a shot going up by Sly, and there's Kareem getting it on its downward path.
Jim Jones with the ball, off to Nixon, trying to use a screen by Cooper, off to Jamal Wilkes, and a patented shot doesn't go for him. And a rebound by Sly Williams again, this Rhode Island product in his second year. Last year averaged only 4 points a game, this year 13. Broken up, Jones to Cooper. Nixon, look at Nixon, can he move? Beautiful break down the floor to Cooper.
Now, what the Lakers are doing is what makes them so tough. They can score a lot of points, but they are an outstanding defensive team. And the way they get the lead is on the defense.
Well, he'll get a chance to see right now the break that the Lakers can get. Look at Nixon on a change of direction. He just loses Williams on that play, makes the fine pass to Cooper, who lays it in. And the Lakers also are an excellent fast-breaking team, and they're going to try and run as much as the Knicks.
We have a timeout at the 8:39 mark of this first quarter. 8-8 is our score.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Time's just right.
Must
be a full moon.
More somehow.
Hardly any wind. And the low brow's cold.
Tonight, let it be
Sure beats the office.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Low and Brow.
tonight.
Sure hope the fish don't bother us.
Low and Brow.
Blend foamy, thick and rich enough to restrain.
Red Holzman has his club ready to go. Campy Russell, who they picked up this year from the Cleveland Cavaliers in a three-corner trade with Kansas City. There's Red. They say he's a new man this year. New wardrobe, new lifestyle, everything.
Well, he told me before the game, he says, I'm too old to be new.
Well, a retread maybe, huh? 60 years of age. 8-8 our score. Ray Williams had to change his shot, but he got it to go anyway. And there is Paul Westhead, the man who has really done a remarkable job. He said this year's been tougher than last year with Magic out of that starting lineup. They've had to adjust so much. Beautiful. Michael Cooper.
That's a set play that they have for Cooper, and it was worked perfectly. The man who set the screen on Cooper's man, the defensive man, should have picked Cooper up, but nobody did, and a perfect pass by Nixon. Now here we'll see the play again. There's the lob pass. Up in the air is Cooper. It's right on target.
First personal foul on the Lakers.
There's a look from behind the basket. Cooper goes up. Perfect timing. Looks like he almost hung on the rim a little bit at the end there.
New York is 5 for 5 in the shooting department, but that is rejected. Nixon will set it up. They'll wait on Kareem now to assume his offensive position. There he comes into the picture. Nixon's going to put one up. Little pushing and shoving Jones, and that's what he is so tough at doing.
Well, the Lakers are not a real bad rebounding team. They're a much better rebounding team when they have Magic, but everybody pounds the boards. They don't have one guy that can lead the league in rebounding, but they're generally a good rebounding team. But their key is good defense and the fast break.
12-12, or it was 12-12, as it kicks back outside. Bill Cartwright comes up with it. You saw that Milwaukee-Washington score. Washington losing here Friday night to the Knicks. Milwaukee losing to Kansas City. At halftime, we'll have some highlights of some games that were played last night. Cartwright had it rejected, should say Friday night, as Cooper gets it off now to Kareem. Cartwright on Kareem. Backs in, and neither one of the shots able to go the last two times down the floor. Here comes Sly Williams. Ray Williams. Campy Russell tries to follow, and Jamal Wilkes brings it down. Back to Nixon, and you can see the Lakers on the move. Cooper tried a miraculous stuff and couldn't get it to go.
Well, that was some play right there between Nixon and Cooper. These fellas really have their act together. Look at this pass by Nixon. Cooper goes up with an almost incredible play. Look at where he's up over the rim. He catches the backboard, which really prevented him from making that shot. But a great play by Nixon and Cooper. Here comes Kareem on defense right now. Cartwright comes across the middle, doesn't keep the ball far enough back. Kareem times it beautifully, waited for Cartwright to commit himself, Bill, what you say you should do if you're a good defensive player.
That's right. And what they're doing, Kareem is right now is establishing the fact that guys, you can take the jumpers, but we were not going to have any layups or dunks this afternoon.
There's Kareem with that little jumper, gets him to go. He's fouled. The basket will count. While you're away, we had 2 fouls, one on Sly Williams and also one on Cartwright, and now another foul, this one on Ray Williams.
You know, there's another element that's very important in a game like this, and one of the reasons that the Lakers are able to dominate and beat the Knicks so often is that you take a kid like Bill Cartwright. When he was in junior high school, he was reading about Kareem. And he looks up, and here he is. And then you say, well, maybe he's not that good. And then you challenge him, and you find out he is that good.
He's for real. Ray Williams makes it 14-15, the Lakers by 1. Williams has 6 points already in the early going. He had a tough shooting night Friday against the Washington Bullets, well below his 20-point average. Into Kareem, you could see Cartwright shoving off on him. 2 big giants, the skyhook. Cooper hitting the weak side. He'll bring it back out. Cooper had 11 rebounds in that game Tuesday. Sly Williams. Williams, beautiful pass. Richardson Jones with the block shot off. It comes to Nixon. Have a lot of defensive play in the early going. Nixon, and he's fouled.
No basket.
Here's the play again. Williams down the middle, makes the move by Jamal, makes a fine pass underneath Richardson, who comes up underneath the basket, and the ball is blocked by Jones. He went up with the right hand. Now, if he had taken it with his left hand, he might have been able to pull a little bit further away from Jones and bank it off the glass. Good defense.
And all these block shots in the first quarter will establish a psychological stance for the Knicks that every time they go in the middle now, they got to be thinking about what kind of shot they got to take, because the middle is closed for them right now. And not just Kareem, although he's in charge under there. These other guys are blocking shots. So now the layup is not part of your game.
The Lakers, meanwhile, Bill, we talked about that inside game, inside the 12-foot area. The Lakers have scored every one of their baskets inside that 12-foot area so far in this ball game. So they are establishing the inside game. The Knicks got their first 5 baskets inside, but now they're having problems because Kareem's starting to exert himself.
Here's Michael Ray. Gets it in, intended for Landsberger, who's checked in. Shot missing by Sly Williams, and Nixon will bring it down. Nixon seems to be always pressing the issue, and it pays off for 2 points.
You know, Gary, you said earlier about Jamal Wilkes finally getting the recognition. Well, you know, another guy that's been just maybe one of the as important as anyone on that team is Norm Nixon.
You see how Nixon, he's just the tempo man. He really sets the tempo.
He decides at what pace they're going to run their break.
Sly Williams. To Cartwright, the ball tough to hang on to, and Cartwright has been fouled. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar committing the foul, and Knicks hustling on this particular move down the floor.
There's Nixon a little moment ago. Look at it again, that change of direction, the quickness he has. The defensive man that time, Richardson, was not in position to pick him up. Too late for Williams to pick him up, and he takes it all the way to the basket. Great snaking, driving move.
Eddie Jordan, number 15, checks in for the Lakers as Bill Cartwright goes to the line.
And Eddie Jordan has benefited by the injury to Magic Johnson. He has a chance to work into this team and become part of the guys that get the playing time. And now he's getting up 15 to 18 minutes a game. And this is, toward the end of the season, this has got to help the Lakers. So instead of going with 7 or 8 guys, now they're going with 8 or 9 guys.
And he has really accepted his role, which I see more and more is very important in this NBA basketball.
A full court press here by the Knicks.
There's Jordan, and it's intercepted by Campy Russell, and the Knicks have converted it. Campy Russell,
how pro teams will let a full court press effective. Look at the Lakers are getting in trouble again right now.
Red Holzman really surprising people. Cooper has it broken up. Sly Williams. And finally, Jamal Wilkes has it. Wilkes inside. Landsberger, and that's what Landsberger will do. He just takes up a lot of room underneath the basket.
Now, the danger with that full-court press, the way the Knicks are running it, is once you beat it, they can't stop you if you go all the way to the hoop. They have no chance of stopping you because it's a double team in the backcourt, and those 2 guys are out of the defense once you get that press beaten.
Jamal Wilkes baseline to Jordan. Jordan, who they picked up from the New Jersey Nets.
He had a shot that he should have taken.
This is the guy that a lot of people are surprised the Nets were able to trade. And according to Paul Westhead, he's been our dealer. He deals things out, doesn't have to take a number of shots to satisfy his ego. There's a hit by Wilkes, and that shot of his is something to watch. 4 points for Jamal.
And the first outside basket for the Lakers, outside that 12-foot mark.
23-18, just inside, 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. The Knicks, 10 of their last 11. They've been able to win. In it goes, Ray Williams. He challenges Kareem, pushing off. A loose ball foul going against the Knicks.
Now here's a pass where the man is open under the basket, right there. You can't pass up a shot like that. Those shots, you got to make them block, because chances are you'll get a free throw, or 2 free throws, because not very many guys are going to block a shot because they're going to be coming late.
Plus, the biggest guy there at that time was Williams. The center wasn't even in there, so he really did have a good shot.
Last foul going against Cartwright is second. We have a change in the Los Angeles lineup. As you see, Landsberger to the stripe. Eddie Jordan in there.
I think it's a third foul on Cartwright, I believe.
Cartwright, he's picked up his third. Nope, we have it officially as 2.
Could have been worse. Could have been 3.
They only get 6 anyway, right? Here's Landsberger.
Actually, you only get 5.
Oh, really?
That 6th one, you can forget it.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. We're on the same level now. 25-18. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's Richardson, Jordan on him. Sly Williams broken up, but Jess Kersey indicates a foul. Reaching in was Michael Cooper. Cooper committing the foul, and we have a timeout. 25-18, the Lakers with the lead. The Lakers would like to win this, move on to Chicago and Milwaukee, and keep picking up ground.
We can afford any of the new
battle, and her coach is her toughest critic. She's a good skate, Charlie Brown, Wednesday night.
Mike Rossman trying to make a comeback. As you know, he won that title at 21 years of age, and now at 23, trying to get it all together. Never forget that time he beat Victor Galindez to win the light heavyweight title.
I could ask you, your kids watch that Snoopy stuff? I know Charles Schultz. He's a heck of a guy. That stuff there's some really funny humor in his cartoon strips sometimes, some real subtle things.
It's really realistic when you get right down to it. 25-18, the Lakers of the lead. Campy Russell, tough shot, but he got it to go. Cooper was in his face all the way. Campy Russell, who a week ago today had 36 points against the Phoenix Suns, a career high. He has 4 this afternoon. Here's Jordan. Mike Glenn on him. Glenn had a remarkable game Friday night. 21 points in that win against the Washington Bullets. Nixon out to Jordan. Into Kareem, leaning in to Marvin Webster, broken up, and it's going to be LA's basketball. And this sellout crowd in the Garden doesn't agree with that.
Again, Eddie Jordan should have taken that shot. See, he has to take some shots because he can't let them think that they don't have to guard him.
Now, if you're wondering why Kareem took that shot, that was down to 1 second on the 24-second clock.
Here's Glenn. This is his favorite position. He had 8 of 10 from there Friday night.
I watched him in warm-ups. He made about 9 or 10 in a row just practicing like it's nothing.
I guess the question is, you just got to deny him that spot. Don't let him get the ball in that particular situation. 25-22, baseline Cooper. Landsberger to follow. That's what he does so very well. Kind of a garbage man inside.
You know what has happened, what the Knicks like to use normally at certain times of the game, they like to use Cartwright and Webster together. But with the foul trouble that Cartwright got in, they pretty much eliminated that.
Here's Nixon, and this is what he does so very well. He just takes over, takes advantage of the break. He has 8 points. Talk about transition basketball. They're forgetting to get back in that defensive posture. He has really taken advantage of it. Here's Marvin Webster. Webster, a new man this year. His knees not bothering him as much. He only played in 20 games last year. Campy Russell inside against Kareem. Nice pass inside that time from Glenn. Point for Campy. Richardson saves it in. No, he did not. Earl Strom indicates he was out of bounds. That basket not counting. They have really shaken up the Lakers with that pressure.
I bet you the statistician gives him a steal on this, even though he never got possession back. You can see his right foot is out of bounds on that play, but he did make the steal. The statistician here is liable to give him a steal for that one. Take care of the home guy.
He leads the NBA in that department, just over 3 a game. Kareem, forget about it. That's where he wants it, right over the middle. 7 points for Kareem, who had 28 points Tuesday night.
But I don't think this will be 96-87 this afternoon, Bill.
No, but it won't be much more because they're set up a fast pace, and they're playing good defense. And three-pointer take its toll after a little while.
Richardson tried the three-pointer with about 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now they'll take the last shot of this first quarter. 20 seconds remaining in it. Into Kareem. Webster tries to keep him out, and we're going to have a foul. No, traveling. Kareem walked with a basketball, and there's your time left.
Number 52,
5 turnovers now against Los Angeles, as opposed to 3 for the New York Knicks. And we're going to have Kareem coming out of the lineup. Landsberger, by the way, already has 6 rebounds in this game, and those 2 follows inside for baskets. Kareem comes out, Jones back in. Jones, Landsberger, Wilkes, Nixon, and Eddie Jordan. Campy Russell, the time, 1 second, and he's in at the buzzer. Campy Russell gets it to go as we've run out of time in this first quarter of play. The Lakers with a 31-26 lead, but Campy Russell with 8 points, 8 of the Knicks' 26 in the first 12 minutes of play. We should have a dandy here this afternoon.
That was all right. The preceding was furnished as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
Reggie Carter, number 35, for New York, replacing Michael.
Well, this young team, the Knicks, have 6 players who are either first or second-year players. Red Holzman, the veteran, in his 12th year as the coach of the Knicks. So the old mentor with the young players, and it's becoming a pretty effective combination.
And we talked about the running game being established, and look at Paul Westhead and Pat Riley as assistant. 8 fast break opportunities for the Lakers. They got 12 points. That's 6 times they scored baskets off of it. The Knicks only got 4 points on break.
There's that place again. He homesteads over there, Mike Glenn, and we have a 3-point game, 31-28. They let Glenn shoot. He'll hit every one of those.
The Knicks may be the most improved team in the league because they're playing much better now than they did last season, but so much better than they played at the beginning of the season.
Reggie Carter, 35, is in defensively. He played a lot Friday night. Jim Jones with a rebound, and the intensity with 11:22 to go in the second quarter is very, very high. Of course, the only visit this year to Manhattan in the regular season of play for the Lakers. The defending world champs like to close out this regular season 2-0. Jones against Webster. Air ball. 44 is Mike Woodson, the rookie from Indiana's Kareem, getting a breather on the side. Larry Dimmick, you can see that Holzman has made mass substitutions here. Shot by Woodson, and Woodson, who had 12 points in 17 minutes Friday night, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, it looks like the substitutes he made were the right ones so far.
Bill, Friday night, his bench scored 51 points for him in that win against Washington. All young kids out there.
This is one of the reasons that they're so improved, is that these guys are getting more and more used to playing with each other.
Jordan couldn't believe that.
Now, that's what he's got to do. You see, now, what happened, they didn't think he would shoot it. And that's when, if he doesn't shoot it, guys will give him that shot. You see, and then if he passes, then they'll start to intercept his passes. He has to shoot enough so that the defense has to be guessing.
And that time they did. Webster guessed wrong. He went for the pass on the fake.
Reggie Carter, who grew up in the New York playground playing basketball, played at St. John's, able to hit that one. Carter known more for his defense and his playmaking, but showing there he can shoot the basketball. 1-point game again, the Lakers by 1. Nixon taking Carter in, and tough shot. Rebound is cleared effectively that time by Larry Dimmick. Out to Carter, broken up that time by Jordan. Watch this. Oh, did you see that? That brings the crowd to their feet.
Also brought Red Holzman to his feet.
Marvin Webster.
Here's the play again. Carter loses handle on the ball. Here comes Webster. He made up his mind. He was going in with it.
In your face, huh? And this crowd has been ignited. Basketball count by Wilkes. The foul will go against Larry Dimmick.
That's a great way to quiet him down, huh, Bill?
Now, that was a great play that Jamal made with moving without the ball. Beat the defense. 3-point play. That's the kind of thing that makes really discourages the team. You come up with a sensational play, and you go down, and the other guy makes it look too easy.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
So long, fellas. Hey, Jim, how you doing? I'm hot, cold, thirsty. Call me a cab. 10 minutes to have you back at the lodge. I can't make it. 10 minutes to have you back at the lodge drinking a Lowenbrow. I can make it.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Where would I be without you guys?
Probably still out there in the snow somewhere.
Sir, how come you got a rabbit?
Because I think Volkswagen makes more sensible cars than anybody else.
Come on, a car's a car.
And how come the best mileage car in the country is a Volkswagen?
Well...
And the best mileage station wagon.
Oh, the Dasher.
And the best mileage pickup truck.
Well, they've obviously been concentrating on that.
So has everybody else.
Volkswagen does it again.
I miss deducting the cost of childcare since I've been working.
I miss my union dues.
The IRS provides for more than 500 tax deductions, credits, and exclusions. Every one you miss can mean money out of your pocket.
I miss the cost of travel between my two jobs.
Find out what you've been missing at Beneficial Income Tax Service. What you can deduct and what you can't, especially if you're a homeowner.
I miss deducting my storm damage.
Find out what you've been missing. This year, switch to Beneficial Income Tax Service.
With your favorite singer win a Grammy this year, find out Wednesday when host Paul Simon welcomes Barry Gibb, Barbra Streisand, Dionne Warwick, and more to the Grammy Awards Wednesday night.
With Rick Barry and Bill Russell, I'm Gary Bender. As you see this crowd here, this is the 16th time this year the Lakers have sold out on the road to show you the magnetism that they have. And right now, the Lakers with a 1-point, 35-34 lead. Look at the shooting statistics from the field.
And that's with about a dozen block shots.
Well, the Lakers, they got 12 inside baskets in the first quarter alone. I mean, that's 24 points inside the other team's gut. It's pretty tough to shoot a high, low percentage when you're in that close.
7 points now for Jamal Wilkes. This is Reggie Carter, the rookie, who was drafted as a junior eligible in the second round in '79. Woodson and a foul on Jamal Wilkes.
You see, in the first quarter, Gary, the Lakers only took 4 outside shots. Jamal hit one of them. So, I mean, they took all of their shots, 19 inside, made 12.
Well, the Lakers are the second best shooting team in the NBA, and that's the reason, I suspect, is they're continually doing that.
Yeah, even Bill made over 50% of men close.
Gonna pick on you now. Rejected outside. We're gonna have a jump ball. Jeff Kersey will have him go up.
No, I'll never let him live down that time. It took a half an hour to get him to make a hook shot in that training film that we did. Everybody went to lunch while he practiced.
I'm laughing, Bill, not at you, with you, right? I got to get along with you now. Here's Woodson inside Marvin Webster. Back to Woodson. Rebound Jones. He had good position that time. Brings it out to Nixon. Eddie Jordan, a quick move, and doesn't go. Rebound Demick. The Knicks, who are not a good rebounding team, really fighting the boards now. Here's Woodson off to Glenn, and Glenn wide open.
Gary, I told you this before. He is one of the purest shooters in the game today. This young man is a great shooter. Any coach in the league, any scout will tell you, Mike Glenn, when he gets open, it's almost like automatic.
And we're all even, 36 all, with 8:17 to go in the second quarter. Wilkes is thrown away. It'll be New York's basketball. Mike Glenn, they call him Radar, as very apropos. Boy, did you see any of this yesterday? Ed Snead tied the course record out there, shooting a 64. Had a chance to break it at 18 and missed.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Glenn is, they should be going to him, set him up all the time now. He's got one of those nights or afternoons he just may be unconscious, so give him the ball.
Brewer brings it out to Cooper, to Kareem. Kareem, turnaround jumper.
He's using the jump shot a lot more now because every team is doing everything they can, especially when he tries to go to the middle with the skyhook. So that he's using it. In fact, he's probably looking for that jump shot before he looks for the skyhook now.
Well, he's hitting that jumper effectively into Webster. Webster now will make his move on Kareem with 4 seconds.
Cooper with the rebound. And Kareem intimidated him on that shot. He made him change his shot.
Nixon backing out on the dribble. Carter on him. They like Carter in there now. Try to slow Nixon down. He was getting back so quickly in that transition game. So Carter now trying to impede him a little bit. Jamal Wilkes.
Bad choice that time.
That was a great pass because he had just enough steam on it, and he put it right in the shooting area. He didn't have anything to do but to catch that ball and shoot it.
And Woodson gambled at the wrong time. He ran to Kareem when he had the ball up in the air, and he whipped it right to Jamal for the easy shot, like Bill pointed out. You can't gamble on Kareem, Bill, when he's got the ball. When he puts it on the floor is when people usually attack him. And then you have a chance to make a steal and cause some problems. But if you attack him early, he just holds it over his head. You can't do anything. The guy gets the ball, and he just hits the guys cutting to the basket, causes all kinds of problems as the Lakers have gotten back to the lead by 1 here in the second quarter.
A little Old Spice has a lot of rewards. Old Spice is the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love. So even if you love only one woman, you'll love Old Spice, the man scent so many women love.
I can't believe they can do it for $19.99.
Installed? The aluminized Sears muzzler is only $19.99 installed. And read the muzzler promise.
Sears promises that the muzzler will last as long as you own your American-made car.
Or return it for refund or replacement free.
And if Sears installed it, they'll install the new one, free.
Well, you can't beat that.
I think that's fantastic.
It's a great promise. Sounds like one heck of a good deal.
The muzzler, only $19.99 installed. Only at Sears.
Dial it at National Sports News. It's new and fractional just two. Call National Sports for all the latest reports. We're talking National Sports News. We've got it all. 900. What a wonderful call. 900-976-1313. 900-976-1313. Dial it. We're talking to you.
Poirano, by the way, is called Chicago's Rocky. 27 years old, and that fight will be originating out of Chicago.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, though, that Rossman's on the comeback trail at that age.
23.
Yeah.
You can't go too. Hey, you can't go too far at 23 to have to come back very far.
23 seemed like a long time ago, huh?
You ought to know.
Well, I just was looking at Bill when I said that. Hey, look at this. Milwaukee. 29-24. They lost to Kansas City the last time. Reggie Carter broken up by Michael Cooper. Carter's got it back. And Carter gets it to go. And Carter playing like a veteran. Getting some very meaningful time in this first half of play.
He's done an outstanding job.
Philadelphia playing Phoenix. And that's in Phoenix. 27-23. The Sixers beat them earlier this year in a game you saw on CBS from the Spectrum. Here's Jamal Wilkes. Woodson, the 6'5", the rookie from Indiana, tries to keep him outside. Webster, the rebound, trying to reach in with Brewer. Webster really played with authority. Off it comes to Glenn. Broken up. Nixon. And you can see the intensity of this game as Nixon will set it up outside. This crowd has really seen some fast and furious basketball. 1-point lead for the Knicks. 5.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Kareem, too far underneath, brings it out to Nixon, and Nixon hits it.
Excellent ball movement that time. When Kareem got double-teamed, he moved to Cooper. Cooper hits Nixon, and that's the way the game should be played.
Look at the bench scoring. That was what was happening Friday night in that win for the Knicks.
That's what's been happening for the Knicks a lot. That's why they've won a lot of games.
Except that is a misleading statistic with the Lakers because they don't count on their bench for scoring.
Nixon on the move. Carter trying to stop him. That's what he's in there for. He walked with the ball. He calmed the basketball. That's what Carter has done now, is he's kept Nixon from getting down there too quickly. There's Carter. He went to the University of Hawaii, then transferred back to St. John's. He will come out of the ball game, and this is Michael Ray Richardson, number 20, that checks in for him. A very enthusiastic crowd here as the Lakers lead by 1.
Richardson off to Woodson. Woodson taking Jamal Wilkes in, and all of a sudden he's got the big guy on him. Gets it out to Cartwright. Cartwright kicks it back out to Michael Ray Richardson. Larry Dimmick into Cartwright. Cartwright, he loves to shoot from there, backs in, and as an end result, he walks with the ball.
That's one thing that you can count on. Big guys cannot dribble and think at the same time.
Are you speaking from experience?
I know that one. Now, see, this is a classic case of dribble and think. And for the guys over 6'8", you can forget it.
Boy, I'm glad I'm only 6'8".
I was thinking about you when I said that, Rick.
The Lakers by 1. Kareem, baseline, Cooper. Nice make that time by Cooper. Cooper got him to go up, but Cooper was 6 points. 44-41, Los Angeles. Richardson, Nixon reaches in. Nixon with a steal. Cartwright couldn't get back in time.
Now, the hardest thing for Cartwright to have done was just to keep up with Nixon. There's no thought of playing defense, just trying to catch him.
Ooh, that's 6 straight points now by the Lakers.
And they come from the defense. That's one. Oh, you're finding the good teams in this league. They'll shoot a high percentage because they get their shots and their points off of good defense.
Rebound, Larry Dimmick. And again, I'm impressed how the Knicks are trying to hang in there on the board.
46-43.
Well, you know, the Knicks are as not as good a team right now as the 4 or 5 top teams. But they're coming. And one of the things that makes them so tough is their enthusiasm and their hustle.
And there was a good example of it. Richardson with yet another steal. Ray Williams wide open. All of a sudden, now it's a 1-point game again. Kareem at the other end. You used to tell me that was what you would lag behind once in a while. It was a good place to rest sometimes. And there's Kareem coming back with Cartwright to match that basket. It's a 1-point game again. Cartwright,
I'm getting tired watching this.
You've got to be on a swivel, your head, as it goes back and forth. Both these teams converting in a hurry. Kareem on Cartwright, the follow away, and he's getting those jump shots to go. 50-47. You guys said it earlier, this isn't going to be a low-scoring game like the one Tuesday night, when, believe it or not, the Knicks had only 87 points. Ray Williams, nice move by Williams.
That's a great move by Ray Williams right there. He got that shot off before Kareem could do anything about it, and had perfect timing with it. Nice spin move.
You don't think this isn't shaping up to be something? Both these teams playing remarkable basketball with 2:22 to go in the first half. Wilkes. Campy Russell tries to close in on him. Cartwright with a rebound, and again, Cartwright, who only averages a little over 7 rebounds a game, has really done a job here. Campy Russell, the basket will count. And the Knicks have a 1-point lead and a chance for a 3-point play.
That earlier rebound down underneath the basket behind our rebound position. There's Dimmick, battles and gets inside position on Landsberger, screens Kareem off, takes it back and lays it in, and now a fast break play by the Lakers. You can see how quickly they get it in bounds. All of the Celtics, Bill, he got it in bounds, hits Kareem on the run, 2 points for the Lakers, but the Knicks have played tough defense. Like Bill pointed out, you have to do that to get back in, and now they have a chance to tie it.
Dr. Pepper worth $10,000 Tuesday on That's My Line.
At halftime, we're going to have an update on some late developments as far as the NASCAR circuit is concerned. Highlights of the Phoenix, Seattle, Dallas, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Kansas City game. A feature that we have each halftime. Rebound featuring Connie Hawkins and Rick and Bill. Hey, there's your breakfast, by the way.
I want a pretzel.
Anyway, Rick and Bill will be at halftime as they'll analyze what's happened, and we've had a lot happen. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. A 1-point game. The Knicks on top by 1. They had a chance for the 3-point play, didn't get it. Here's Kareem. Cartwright on him. Kareem backing in. The jumper again. They're not letting him shoot the skyhook, but he's taking over other ways.
Well, he's going to get them used to him taking that jumper. But what he really wants to do is set up the skyhook. So you make enough of those jumpers that they'll have to play for that, and then you go to your favorite shot.
Well, not shooting his favorite shot, he has 15 points. Ray Williams intimidated by number 33. it comes now to Nixon. Philadelphia with a 1-point lead now over the Suns. Nixon doesn't get it. And look at the white shirts up on the boards for the Knicks. That time Cartwright, his third rebound. Having trouble with the ball, Ray Williams, and looks like he may have been hit in the face, and he was. Out it comes to Richardson. Looks like he'll be able to continue. Cartwright has the open shot. Look at Kareem get up for that rebound right over the back of Larry Dimmick. Out to Nixon. 1 minute to go in this first half of play. Jones kicks it out to Eddie Jordan. Back to Nixon. They wait for Kareem to get back down there. Jamal Welch broke it up. Ray Williams for a moment. Scramble is fast and furious. Campbell Russell gets it up to Ray Williams. Williams pass to Richardson. It's out of bounds. It will be New York basketball. Milwaukee with a 10-point lead over Washington. Timeout call.
One thing the Knicks are doing, they're getting that running game going a little bit better. They actually have had more fast break opportunities, 7-4 for the Lakers only in this quarter, and they have scored 4 baskets off of break situations, only 2 for the Lakers. So they've turned that around a little bit, and that's helped them.
Ray Williams, they're looking him over. He caught an elbow, it looked like, in the face a while ago. That had to smart. As Red Holzman talking things over. Red says this ball club, Bill, is so different personality-wise than those championship teams that he had.
Yes, he says a whole different generation. It's a different guy. It says after a game that they lost, they'll be upset maybe 10 minutes, and then they're all right. With the schedule that you had to play the NBA, that's an asset.
40 seconds left in this first half. Ray Williams, follow tip by Dimmick, loose ball foul, and Dimmick has positioned himself on numerous occasions very well.
He's done a great job on the offensive boards, getting an inside position. There he came, at baseline, sneaks back in. Now look, see, he backs right into Kareem. Then he goes up for the ball, and there was Jones reaching over his back right there, picking up the foul.
That's the first on Jones. They have a new 24 seconds on the shot clock, 33 to go in this first half. A 1-point lead for the Lakers. Russell taking Jamal Welch outside. Kareem had his hand up waiting on that one. It'll be off of L.A.
And you know, the crowds are back in New York. They're starting, like this is the way it used to be here when they had those great teams. Not only are the people here, but they're making a lot of noise.
They're making their presence felt. A sellout crowd of better than 19,000. Now they work for the last shot of the first half. You see the time in the upper right-hand portion of the screen. Richardson up to Cartwright. Time to take the lead at halftime. The Knicks, but Jordan with a steal. Jordan prolongs the attempt, and this first half is over. And what a first half of play it has been. Los Angeles with a 1-point, 52-51 lead, and you don't think the intensity hasn't been something.
Well, it has. Both teams got off to really running the ball quite a bit, but as Bill pointed out, they have settled down somewhat. They didn't score nearly as many points in that second quarter, and we can look forward to a real tough defensive battle here in that third and fourth quarter.
And as you said, Bill, this crowd is like the Knicks crowds of old, really fired up. We're going to have an update on Daytona, some late-breaking stories, when we return in just a moment.
Hall of Fame, open every day of the year except Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
The preceding message was furnished by the National Basketball Association. The NBA on CBS is sponsored by Pepsi-Cola and your local Pepsi bottler who invite you to catch that Pepsi spirit. GTE. GTE is telecommunications and a whole lot more. And by Light Beer, everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
A sellout crowd here in the Garden. What a first 24 minutes of action we've had. It's at the half with Rick Barry and Bill Russell.
Thank you, Gary. In the first half, both teams came out really with a lot of intensity in the game. The Lakers were able to establish their inside game early. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights and show you some of the action that took place. Great communication here on this lob pass from Norm Nixon to Michael Cooper. Perfect timing. Cooper dunks it back in for 2 points. The Lakers are off to the races. Down the other end of the court here, we see fine play on this play on the inside pass. Campy Russell scoring 2 of his 8 points in the second quarter.
And what Lakers did on this particular play is something that a lot of teams are doing now. They're fast breaking, offer a basket that's made. And the Knicks are starting to move the ball and get to know each other better because they're getting a lot of inside stuff from good heads-up passing.
And that was one of the things that happened, as we pointed out in the first half, that the Knicks did not get the inside game going that well in the first half. Their break didn't work, but as we saw in the second quarter on that last pass inside to Campy Russell, they were able to finally get their break going, get the ball inside the middle, and establish an inside gain.
Well, the way they were able to do that, Rick, is that they get the ball up fast, no matter whether they have a fast break or not. You run the ball up, and before the defense gets time to really dig in and get set, you start working your plays, and then you can beat the defense because one of the keys to the good defense of these teams is weak side help on the good teams. You got to have weak side help, and if you can get the offense started before they got a chance to set up, the weak side help will usually be a little late.
Well, let's see what adjustments both coaches made as we get ready for the start of the second half.
Thank you, gentlemen, and that reminds us to remind you that at the conclusion of today's game and each of our telecasts during the season, we're going to select the Miller Most Valuable Player of the Game. And when we award this, Miller will present a check for $1,000 to the Special Olympics Organization in the name of the player selected. The three of us will try to agree on the voting for the MVP, and we'll announce it at the end of this telecast. And speaking of MVPs in this first half, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hit 7 of 11 from the field for 15 points, hitting his last 5 shots. On the other hand, Campy Russell is 5 of 6 for the Knicks. He has 10 points. As you look at the 3 previous games and what has happened, Cartwright has certainly been a bigger force this afternoon than he has been in the past. 1-point lead for the Lakers. Campy Russell, who had 10 points in the first half, driving in. The basketball count, a continuation play. Jim Jones does not agree, and a chance for a three-pointer for Campy Russell, and we also, they're going through all kinds of theatrics, indicating to Jim Jones why he did let that basket count.
Jim Jones just laughed. I guess that's better than crying in this situation. Not much you can do because Earl Strom certainly is not going to change his mind.
First foul on Jones. Campy Russell with 12 points. 3-point play, and now the Knicks 5-2, 54-52 as we pick up after a very exciting first half.
If there are important times during ball games, the start of second half is one of the important times.
Did Cooper pass up a shot there? Here's Jones, rebound by Ray Williams. The Knicks with a 2-point lead. Beautiful pass. Rejected though by Jones. Sly Williams at 6'7", couldn't get it over Jones to 6'11", but what a pass that was. Last year, Ray Williams had over 500 assists on plays like that. The ball hits the basket, but he saves it outside. Sly Williams, rebound. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and menacingly, he throws the ball up the floor to Michael Cooper. These two teams just really came out of the dressing room picking up where they left off.
And the game is getting more and more physical as it progresses.
Kareem trying to jockey inside against Cartwright, backs him in. Look at that.
What happens is Cartwright anticipates the sky hook and went out of position.
And see, now what Kareem is doing, he's adding a lot of subtle things to give the defense something to think about. He's making that jumper, and now he's starting to look like he's going to go to the sky hook, and you don't know what to do.
Michael Ray Richardson picks up an offensive foul on that play, trying to set a screen.
By the way, that last shot by Kareem is 6 straight that he has hit. Not a bad percentage shot, though, when you can lay it over the lip like he did on that particular play. It's all even, 54 all as we start this third quarter. Nixon into Kareem again. Cartwright respecting everything this time. Out it comes to Nixon. Rebound. Cartwright for a moment. Jones brings it out. Again, though, the Knicks really had converged on the ball well. They've been hitting the boards effectively. Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes makes it look so easy from the corner. Wilkes now with 11 points. 56-54, LA by 2. Richardson with Cooper on him. Cooper, who likes to be called a defensive player, that's his forte. He has great pride in it. Campy Russell being pressured by Wilkes. Now they have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Campy inside, broken up. Williams saves it. 6 seconds. Broken up again. 4 seconds. Rebound by Jones. And a foul. Ray Williams reaching in and committing a foul.
Now, what the Lakers did on that sequence is that they took everything inside away. The Knicks are going to have to shoot some medium-distance jump shots to open the Lakers up a little bit. But they'll get to that.
At 50-50
Bill Johnson wants his crown. Can he defend it for a sixth time? Find out next Saturday, 4:30 Eastern on CBS Sports.
Gary, I know John Madden. I want to know, when you work with him during football, was he that crazy?
Yeah, and then some. Look at these stats here. The total rebounds, Bill Russell, a little closer than I think maybe the Lakers would expect him to be.
Yes, and that's an indication of how close the game is. This is one time that the rebounds have something to do with the score, because both teams are making very effective use of the rebounds. It's not every time they miss shot at the rebound, but what do you do with it? And both teams are making pretty good use of what they're doing when they get the rebound.
Well, Jim Jones has 6 rebounds himself and 3 block shots. That foul on Williams was his third, the backcourt foul, and now 56-54, the Lakers by 2. Cartwright. Michael Ray Richardson, he had 27 points Tuesday. That's a tough shot. Oh, he got it.
That reminds me of all Elgin Baylor used to do. Go to his left and come back and shoot with the right hand, leaning backwards.
You realize that Richardson was 0 for 5 in that first half, his first 2 points of the afternoon. What a reversal from Tuesday night. 56 all. Inside, 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Wilkes with the screen, and that's all he needs.
Jamal is probably having his finest season outside shooting the basketball. He was rather inconsistent earlier in his career, but he seems to have gotten that shot down. He's shooting over 50% for the year.
He played on that world championship team with you as Cartwright is fouled by Jones as he moves inside.
Now here's that screen set up again. Now here's Kareem setting the screen. He's moving a little bit, trying to fight against Campy and Cartwright, and they both stand behind it. Now he keeps his position. Jamal says, well, I guess if nobody's going to come out, I may as well shoot it.
Looked like pass blocking in football. He had both of them hung up on that one. Here's Cartwright. You see his average, just a little bit under what he had last year as a rookie, which was a record for a rookie, the New York Knicks.
One thing, Gary, but talking about those baskets, where they come from is really important in this game. Inside, again, the Lakers, 19 inside baskets, only 13 for the Knicks, and that's been a big difference. And 16 points off the break for the Lakers, 12 points only for the Knicks off the break.
We're all even again. 58 all. Little pressure by the Knicks. This time Nixon handles it well. Wilkes is open again. Intimidate a little bit, though, and rebound by Cooper.
And Cooper got pushed that time, and Campy Russell was quite upset on the play. He just gave a little bit of a nudge to Campy, just enough to throw him off balance to get that rebound.
Cooper with 8 points. Cooper, a very, very intelligent player, and charging on Richardson. At the other end, he's able to draw the charging foul. So Cooper, 2 big plays.
Now, what you see there is good defense by Cooper. Now, he was moving. But if you're moving and giving ground away from the basket, not if you're standing under the basket, but if you're moving outside defense and you're giving ground and the guy has a chance to stop, that's a good defensive play.
Cooper continues his assault against the Knicks. This time he scores a hoop.
Boy, he left Richardson out in the forecourt. Richardson never did find him. 10 points for Cooper. New York has asked for a timeout, and very wisely so, at the 7:54 mark of this third quarter. As now the Lakers have bumped it up to a 4-point lead, 62-58.
New Jersey. Dallas up by 7 at the half. Brad Davis with the steal. Feed to Marty Burns. The Mavericks about to break a 15-game losing streak. The high scorer in the game was Oliver Mack of Dallas. He scored 28 points. So wish. Tireless Mike Newland hardly ever takes a game off. The Nets veteran guard scored 24 points. You think the Nets home crowd was bored? Check the guy in the back row. He's nodding off. New Jersey hasn't had this bad a day since the app scam disclosures. Tom Lagarde to Jim Spernarkle, 2 of his 17 points. The Nets took the day off. This time, Spernarkle to Lagarde, 2 of his 21 points. Do you think Larry Brown really wants to coach this team? The final, Dallas 132, New Jersey 109.
Golden State gets his chance, tips the ball away from Billy Paul, Sikma to Freddie Brown. And by the time this one is all over, Bailey's at the other end of it, too. Nice move for the hoop, 45-38 Sonics. Vinnie Johnson brings the ball up court for Seattle this time around and takes it all the way for 2. Johnson led the Sonics with 21 points. The Rockets down by 9 seconds left in the first half of play. Moses Malone will get the rebound here. Watch this one. They say he does everything, and that may be an understatement. Look at this as we hit the buzzer, the three-pointer. That cut Seattle's lead to 6, 55-49 at the half. Moses said, hey, it's all in a day's work. No big deal. I'm going in, get a little drink, and get ready for the second half. Second half, all Houston. Calvin hits the jumper. He had 27 points, including 11 of 15 in the fourth quarter. Here, Alan Level steals the ball from Armand Hill, lays it in. Level had 12 points on the day. Moses Malone, again, impersonating your basic guard operation with a three-pointer. There's 5 minutes left in the game, but the folks in Seattle already know the story. 18,000 of them start filing out. The Rockets go on to win at 111-96. And yes, by the way, Calvin Murphy did shoot some more free throws. He was 5 for 5. The streak is now at 67, all part of his 27-point effort.
Fly Williams to Campy Russell. That was all even again.
And Campy got fouled on that play, too. Jamal Wilkes kind of dipped his hip into him, but there was no foul call.
Campy Russell with 15 as we're all even again. And I say again, that's the way it's been going all afternoon long. The Knicks trying to end this long drought against the Lakers who have won 9 straight against them. And it comes to Kareem, and the crowd now is alive. As Cartwright backs Kareem back, Cooper may have walked with the ball. I don't know.
He caught the ball. He said he caught it in the air, then he came down and took a little hop step, and they said that he walked with it.
Now, wait a minute. Earl Strom is indicating something. I think he caught it, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he told me he wanted the ball. They said the Knicks can't take it out of bounds if they don't have the ball, fellas, so how about throwing the ball back down there?
So it is 72-all. There's Milwaukee now with a 16-point lead. Atlanta leading Chicago, who's battling desperately to get into the playoffs. Ray Williams, Nixon putting pressure on him. Rebound by Cooper. Remember, Cooper had 11 rebounds in the first game between these two.
See, I don't like that shot, Bill. They got a little thing going their way, and they go ahead and they take a shot that you can get any time, right, from 20 feet without working the ball around. Why not try and get it inside, establish something a little better than that?
Look at the double team on Kareem, trying to get help to Jones, and Jones.
Another excellent pass. What made that pass so good was the right speed. That all he had to do was catch it and shoot it.
Look at Phoenix now. Boy, they have jumped on top of the Sixers out there in the Valley of the Sun. Jones with 4 points. Ray Williams, high arching shot. It will not go, but he's been fouled. Little discussion going on around Jeff Kersey, and I don't think the Lakers are very happy.
Well, Jones and Sly Williams are having a few words. They're still going at it. You can see him right there. Campy Russell stepping between them, and Earl Strom coming into the picture.
That's one good thing you know, Rick. If it becomes necessary, neither one of them can fight. You check that out before every game, huh? The worst fighters in the world are athletes except for boxers.
Williams missing the first. That foul on Cooper was his third. Still discussion going on. Earl Strom says, hey, wait a minute.
They talk good, though. They really talk tough.
He just said, okay, Jimmy, you and Sly, knock it off, both of you. Play basketball.
Williams gets the next one. It's a 1-point lead for the Lakers, 64-63. Cooper, Nixon, look at the ball movement by Nixon. Jamal Wilkes. There's Jamal Wilkes.
Now, that's the danger of the press the Knicks are putting on. And the Lakers doing exactly what you should do to that kind of press is take it all the way to the hoop, and you got to have a 3-on-2, because when they double team, once you make the cut, you can't hit the double team or out of the defense.
I am very impressed with the ball movement now of the Knicks. That was goaltending on Jones, 66-65, but the Knicks are really getting the ball inside effectively. Out to Cooper. The Lakers by 1. 5.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Cooper into Jones. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Jones will hit another one. Jim Jones, who checked in about 20 pounds lighter this year after giving up the junk food habit that he had. He has 6 points, all of them in the second half. Drive by Richardson, Cartwright, and the crowd is alive here. 68-67, did you hear? And I think Bill Russell said it very well. This reminds me of those Knicks crowds, those great championship battles that Boston used to have against New York. And there's the skyhook.
One thing, Kareem is being more aggressive. I've seen him a long time battling for that position with Cartwright. He is just not going to be denied. He gets himself where he wants it and then gets the ball and scores.
19 points for Kareem. Cooper with the steal. Nixon. Williams got a hand on it. It's off of Los Angeles. Williams with a heads-up defensive play.
If he hadn't made it, if he hadn't hit the ball, that was...
Boy, Richardson and Williams are effective. Between them, they average 37 points. He had 11 rebounds. And there you saw the defensive end of their play. Richardson is open. Kareem over there. Out it comes to Sly Williams. Williams changes his shot. Oh, he's been fouled. And again, the Knicks getting the ball inside on the baseline.
And they're really moving it well, Bill. I really like the way they're moving the basketball.
Now, that's one of the situations I was talking about. When you got to shoot that shot inside, although it may get blocked, you got to take a chance on making them foul you or getting them shot through.
At the line goes Cartwright. That foul going against Jones, his third. Nixon has 3. Also, Cooper has 3 for Los Angeles.
And the Knicks are doing a good job. In the first quarter was 12-7 on inside baskets in favor of the Lakers. They cut that down to a 7-6 LA advantage in the second. Here in the third quarter, it's now 6-4 inside hoops in favor of the Knicks.
You know, the Knicks have missed a couple important free throws, and Cartwright's a good free throw shooter. He shoots about 78%. Williams missed one a while ago. That's 3 they've missed now.
Well, Jones helped them out a little bit by missing 2 a little earlier, the first ones the Lakers had missed in this game.
I think you'll find in games of this intensity, normally the free throw percentage will go down.
Nixon doesn't get it. It will go off of Cartwright. Los Angeles will have the basketball. You come up to that line and you're huffing and puffing in a game like this, Bill. That's got to hurt your free throw shooting.
Not if you shoot them underhand. Or overhand like Calvin Murphy.
Fouled by Bill Cartwright.
Here we see a play right there. Here in battle. Right there, he hooks Kareem. Held his arm as he tried to battle around that screen, and he's asking for some officials' help. He said, hey, I only hold him a little bit, right, Bill? I didn't really pull his arm out of socket.
It was Cartwright committing the foul, his third. Speaking of free throws, Rick, your record was broken
Well,
this
I
week by
congratulate Calvin Murphy. If there's anybody that I thought could do it, would be Calvin. That's a record so far. He's got 62 in a row, and I hope he makes another 62 and puts something up there that somebody really have a tough time shooting at. That's a very difficult thing to do, Gary, but I think one of the reasons that it helped Calvin, he was coming off the bench. He wasn't playing as many minutes. He wasn't as tired, and I think that it is certainly true that it's easier to relax if you're not as tired. And Calvin with the overhand shot, it's helped him, I'm sure. But I wish him all the best.
Red Holzman looking on. His team now trailing 72-67. Kareem with 21 points. Sly Williams. Rebound, Ray Williams. 6'3", torching the board. Picked up by Sly Williams. Kareem rejected out of touch to Nixon. Nixon to Richardson. Jamal Wilkes lost it. It is furious right now. Ray Williams. Up it comes to Cartwright. And it won't go. Landsberger brings it down. Nixon down to the other end again. Cooper.
No basket.
No basket. Offensive goaltending by Kareem.
Good call, Earl Strom. That was Kareem hit that ball when it was still on the rim. What a fast-paced game we've had here. Here's the pass off right there. Richardson makes a good play to disturb Cooper just a little bit. He lays it too high on the glass. It rolls around. It's still in the ceiling. There's Kareem touching it. Earl Strom right on top of the play.
And that's what this NBA is all about. The last few minutes. Can you believe this? Back and forth they go. The Knicks need a basket, trailing 72-67. Mike Glenn, 34, is checked in for New York. He's in the backcourt with Michael Ray Richardson. Broken up by Jamal Wilkes. So 3 times down the floor, the Knicks have not been able to get the ball to go down for him. Glenn out picking up Nixon. 2:58 to go in this furious third quarter play from the Garden in New York. Kareem. Marvin Webster in on him and a foul. Marvin Webster guilty of the foul. And we have a timeout call by the Los Angeles Lakers. 2:50 to go in this third quarter. The intensity has been something. The Knicks, though, still find themselves trailing 72-67.
You know, Gary and Rick, this is NBA basketball's best. Now, you're not going to see much better games than this. Well, both these teams, you know, they've played 60, 70 games, and the intensity here is the same kind you'd see in a Little League game. It's just, and the crowd is part of it. I'm having a good time.
I am too. I think everyone is.
We've had great games this year so far. The fellas just really been up for playing. A lot of competition. Great to see it.
Here's Jamal with Sly Williams on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jamal moves in to Kareem. Look at Jamal, the theatrics he's going through. All kinds of gyrations. A foul coming up.
I think they're having a little contact. Now watch this, if you talk about contact. Now these two guys, you got to remember, both over 7 feet, probably 230, 240 pounds.
Green says, let go of me.
It's non-contact game.
No contact out there. You only feel it for 3 or 4 days afterward.
You know what I've never been able to figure out? In the center, you can do everything but hit a guy with a baseball bat, and they never call anything. And the little guards, they call them hand checking.
Well, you guys are big and strong. They expect you to take more in there.
That's right. Plus you can't.
No matter how big you are, that has nothing to do with your tolerance to pain.
Plus you can't dribble and think at the same time.
Comes out to Sly Williams. Williams off to Glenn. That's his place. He comes in now. They needed that basket. They've gone a long time. 74-69, 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Glenn now with 11 points. Jamal Wilkes has 17, Kareem 21, and a 1-2 punch for Los Angeles. Kareem has Webster's back to him, and he takes advantage of it.
Now, Cooper made that play. He really made it look like he was going to shoot the basketball. Webster turned his back to position for the rebound, and he passed it off to Kareem. He had no idea that Kareem had the ball.
Sly Williams making some kind of a move. A rebound by Landsberger. Off it comes to Nixon. Nixon always on the move. Takes his shot and hits center. All of a sudden now it's a 9-point lead.
I'm not sure if he's been out, but he has not had much rest today. I'm talking about Norm Nixon.
Only been two points scored, Bill, by the Knicks since the 5:05 mark in this game.
14 points for Nixon. Can't be Russell. That's not a very good shot, but he has his own rebound.
Well, good defense constantly will make you start to take bad shots after a while, because the good shots, there's not enough of them.
Glenn trying to get open. Off to Sly Williams. Williams took a hard shot a while ago. He hit this one, though. Earl Strong indicating something. Oh, a warning for stalling on New York. They kicked the ball out of play. And so it's 78-71. Sly Williams with 8 points. But as you mentioned, he had to really work then to get that ball off against
that. Was not an easy shot.
Nixon picked up by Mike Glenn. 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Into the big man. Glenn collapsing back. Look at this pushing match. Takes his jumper. It's no good, but Webster's picked up another foul, and Kareem is just challenging number 40.
What he's doing is hurrying up and taking his time. He's setting these guys up. Now, in the first half, he established a jump shot. So now you have Webster has to be aware of the jump shot. And now he give little subtle feints, not real big ones, to indicate what he's not going to do. And so the key to beating a good defensive man is to throw his timing off.
That's an interesting comment. How was that you said that, hurry up what?
How's that?
That was that expression, you're hurrying up to do something? What was that you said?
You hurry up to take your time.
That's right. That's interesting. Kareem with 24 points as Paul Westhead looks on. Well, I tell you, the Lakers got a tough road to hoe. They have Chicago and Milwaukee to play later this week before they return to the Forum.
Oh, they can handle it. You know, good teams play well everywhere.
You know, in this quarter, Kareem has 10 points, 25 for the game. Brad Holland is now checked in, number 14, picks up Mike Glenn. 8 seconds. They go down to the last seconds of this third quarter. Rebound, Michael Ray Richardson. It won't go. Tough luck. Demick follows. It goes with 3 seconds left. Good second and third effort that time by the New York Knicks. And they cut it to 7. They trail by 7 with 12 minutes left here in Madison Square Garden. 12 minutes of some exciting basketball.
When I was coaching,
NBA basketball, it's a moving experience.
The preceding announcement was brought to you by the National Basketball Association. Be sure now and stay tuned for the MVP at the conclusion of this game. The two guys I would start thinking about is Kareem and Jamal Wilkes. For Los Angeles, both have played very well.
Norm Nixon's been pretty effective, I would say.
And I like Michael Cooper.
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't leave anybody, does it?
No.
Jones hasn't been too bad, you know.
I love, you know, it's really funny now. We're all doing that, but what happens if the Knicks win?
Well, I was just going to ask you that. Look at this. Milwaukee and Washington. Washington, a new look this year under Coach Gene Shue. We start the fourth quarter here, 80-73, the Lakers. Win coming in. They need his shooting. Brad Holland picking him up tough outside. Off to Marvin Webster. Mike Woodson, the rookie from Indiana. Jim Jones with another reject. That's 4 blocked shots in this game for number 9.
New York has 5 seconds.
He says you can't come here. You can't come here anything weak. You got to come in strong.
There's Atlanta still the lead, and Glenn hits again. 80-75, a two-pointer, 13 points in the game now for Glenn. And Phoenix still with a lead over Philadelphia out west. Brad Holland hasn't played an awful lot out of UCLA, getting some time now into Landsberger against Larry Dimmick. Marvin Webster there at the rebound. Kareem getting a breather right now. The Knicks would like to make their move. Michael Richardson out to Woodson. Woodson on the move. Rebound, Dimmick tries to follow. It is tough under there. Holland brings it outside, gets it off to Eddie Jordan. Jordan driving, and we have a foul coming up against the Knicks. Mike Glenn, number 34, with the foul.
Moved in to make the block on that play. Good call by Earlstrom.
And so the first team foul of this fourth quarter. Jamal Wilkes will inbounds the ball. Off to Jordan. Glenn picking him up. With Kareem on the bench, they've got to now make their move. Off to Jones. Into Landsberger. Landsberger misses again. Rebound, flat for Cooper. He's over the end line. It'll be the next ball. Webster is really playing tough in there. He's keeping that ball alive.
A little easier to do when Kareem's on the bench.
That might be a good point. Webster off to Michael Ray Richardson. A 5-point lead for the Lakers. 10-14 to go in this fourth quarter. Woodson driving in. This rookie keeps trying to get it to go. He's missed 3 shots. Jordan with Glenn on him. Forcing his shot. He's fouled.
You know, one thing I talk about Mike Woodson, even though Glenn made that play, I saw him playing the Pan Am games when he was in college, Bill, and I thought he was going to be an outstanding pro, but it's amazing what confidence, how important confidence is for you. You can just see that he does not have the confidence that he had in himself when he was in college. I can just see the moves that he made, the last couple of shots that he's taken. He's thinking about what he's doing. He's just not reacting naturally out there. And until you get that confidence, you really can't expect to perform well when you're competing in the NBA coming out of those college ranks. He's a different player out there on the court.
Friday night he was effective. He had 12 points in 17 minutes. Hitting 4 of 6. Who are they playing? Team by the name of Washington. What are you trying to say? Jordan missed both of them. It's still a 5-point game. Inside 10 minutes to go. Webster with Jones on him. Here's Glenn. He's open. Rebound Richardson. Won't go. The Knicks frustration inside, but Dimmick has it. And a basketball count, and he's been fouled. And I like the way the Knicks just stayed after it on that play.
Well, the Knicks have been doing a good job battling on the boards. Here we see inside. Michael Ray has position. He gets pushed there by Landsberger. No foul call. He goes up for the shot. It comes off. You see all white shirts. There's 3 white shirts. Now Jones comes into the picture. There's Dimmick going up strong, laying in the basket, picking up the foul.
Foul on Landsberger, his second. A chance for a 3-point play and a chance to cut it to 2. Larry Dimmick, who started some this year when Sly Williams was out with an ankle injury. Jones lost it. Glenn got it.
The Knicks have not scored so far in this quarter, Gary. It's almost 2.5 minutes now. I mean the Lakers. I'm sorry, not the Knicks.
Happy Russell off to Larry Dimmick. Dimmick to Richardson. They're moving the ball again now. Something they did not do in the tail end of that third quarter. Good ball movement has Glenn open. Landsberger lost it. Richardson put it saved off to Eddie Jordan. Eddie Jordan will back up. Off to Nixon. To Jamal Wilkes, and Wilkes doesn't get it. Glenn does. Glenn with a rebound. Off to Richardson. 4-on-4. They're back. Glenn with another open shot. It's now a one-point game.
And here comes
79.
Here comes Kareem.
And an appreciative crowd here at the Garden. And Kareem getting ready to come back in. This crowd is really alive now. As Jones picked up by Webster. You can't hear yourself think right now. As Jones gets it off the far side of Wilkes. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He's traveling the ball. New York now with a chance to take the lead. With 8:33 to go in this fourth quarter. 16 turnovers against Los Angeles, and Kareem comes in. Landsberger leads, so the big guy is back in the game.
3.5 minutes without scoring. It's tough to do that in the NBA and expect to win games, but the big fella's back. Let's see what happens.
Out to Demick. Demick out to Richardson. To Glenn. Jordan trying to stay on him. Richardson back to Glenn. In it goes to Demick. Demick gets the lead. The Knicks have the lead. Over 180. 8 points for Demick. Demick playing well here in this fourth quarter. Nixon with Richardson on him. Into Kareem. Back to Nixon. Nixon with a quick move. Gets open. Beautiful move by Norm Nixon. Oh, Westhead, he looks very calm and cool and collected. 16 points for Nixon. Richardson at the other end, intimidated by Kareem. A 1-point lead for the Lakers. Nixon with Glenn on him. Jamal Wilkes now will hold it up momentarily, backing in on Campy Russell. He's going to take the shot. Webster. Fair hugs the basketball and gets it off to Richardson. A 1-point lead again for LA. Richardson is 2 for 12 in the field goal shooting department, but he's doing other things. Assist, hustling on the boards.
Timeout!
Timeout is called now by New York. 7:25 left. The Lakers with an 82-81 lead. And I'll tell you, this is some basketball game here in Madison Square Garden.
Great sports action today, 4 Eastern on CBS Sports.
Well, following boxing, we'll have the final round of the Glenn Campbell Los Angeles Open. Johnny Miller playing well. How about Ed Snead?
Yeah, he's back. And, of course, old Ed Snead, the fellow who will always remember the opportunity he let slip out of his grasp at the Masters, and Fuzzy Zeller wound up winning in that 3-way playoff. Ben Crenshaw, one of the best putters, and Dr. Gil Morgan, always one of the steady performers out there on the tour.
Did you see that putt that Crenshaw made at 18 yesterday?
Well, Crenshaw can make putts from anywhere. That guy's phenomenal on that green.
And we have a phenomenal basketball game here. 7:18 left. The Lakers by 1. Campy Russell trying to give his team the lead. That'll be out. It'll be LA's basketball.
Not a good shot, but the best available.
There's the light heavyweight boxing match coming up between Rossman and Cofano. Eddie Jordan picked up by Mike Glenn. Only 2 points in this quarter thus far by Los Angeles. In it goes to Kareem, left-handed. Getting very creative out there. 27 points. He's approaching 30 points, which he's had 21 times this year. Here's Glenn with Jordan on him. Glenn, look out to Richardson, to Campy Russell. Cartwright getting ready to check in. Campy Russell almost out of control to Glenn. Glenn hits again. Boy, he's having an outstanding afternoon. He now has a total of 17. 1-point lead for the Lakers, and that's going to go against Los Angeles. Eddie Jordan charging into there. And now the Knicks with a chance to take the lead at the 6:30 mark.
Here we see the play again. There's Richardson getting this position. Jordan dips his shoulder and drives right into him.
Look at that. Selling 19,591. As this NBA season really heating up. And we're glad to be here bringing it to you. Cartwright, who just checked in, and he has been fouled. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guilty party, and on Kareem, that is his second personal foul.
Still hard to believe that the Lakers have only scored 4 points so far in 5 minutes and 42 seconds of this game in this quarter.
The Knicks who trailed at the end of 3 quarters by 7, 80-73. Glenn into Cartwright, broken out, reaching in beautifully, but it's out to Glenn, and wait a minute, a loose ball foul has been spotted by Jess Kersey. And Paul Westhead is furious. He is furious. It's against Los Angeles, and it's against Jordan, his first.
He called that a loose ball foul on Eddie Jordan.
Well, here's the replay. Let's see if we can find Jordan. Now there goes Cartwright diving for the ball. He picks it up. I see right there he grabbed his arm and yanked him with him. That was a good call. He grabbed Cartwright's arm and pulled him.
Cartwright won't go. The Lakers have 3 team fouls. The Knicks with 2. Up to Jordan. A foul. Richardson trying to reach in. Atlanta leading Chicago. Chicago can ill afford to lose any of these games now as they try to be one of those 6 teams to come out of the East. And Philadelphia still trailing Phoenix.
But not as much as they were the time before.
Look what Washington's done. Washington's really closed the gap on Milwaukee.
Hey, Washington beat Philadelphia this week. Nixon with Richardson on him. A 1-point lead for the Lakers. 5:44 left in this 4th quarter. Nixon into Kareem. Acting in on Cartwright. Look at the body bumping there. Rebound cleared by Campy Russell. Up to Richardson. The Knicks again with a chance to take the lead. Richardson up to Glenn. They want Glenn to shoot the ball, but Cartwright will instead. Jamal Wilkes with a big rebound for the Lakers.
Neither team scoring a lot of points in this quarter, but the Lakers have really gone cold.
Jamal Wilkes trying to duck inside, and Earl Strom spotting the foul.
Jamal Wilkes did what you got to do when you're not scoring. When the defense is dug in, you've got to go to the hoop. You got to go inside and make them foul you or block the shot. At this point of the game, you won't find as many block shots because the guys are not as fresh and they're just not as eager.
Looking ahead tonight, some of these games coming up. Kansas City rolling. They've won, I think, 8 straight at home. They're at Golden State. Houston against Seattle. Denver, San Antonio. Those Spurs, they've been really doing a job in that Midwest division. Be sure now to check the teams in your area. 19 points now for Jamal Wilkes. 86-83. Westhead looking on. His team with a 3-point lead. Ray Williams, rebound, Cartwright. He just put it away from Kareem that time. On the weak side, and Cartwright now with 14 points.
Well, Kareem didn't screen him off. He just snuck inside, and the ball came to him. He took it back up on the right side for an easy 2.
Bill, we were discussing if you could teach Cartwright to rebound. He rebounded much better today than I've seen him rebound. Off it comes to Wilkes. Campy Russell on him. A little foot fake. And the rebound is cleared by Richardson, and there was quite a collision underneath. Richardson off to Williams. By Glenn. And the Knicks have taken the lead.
And the Lakers did not get back well that time. The Knicks got a 5-on-3 break. Jamal Wilkes and Kareem didn't get back down the court. They took advantage. They got it to the open man. Now here's that last rebound. Now see Cartwright the right side of the screen. Kareem doesn't box out. He comes inside, takes it back up, uses the basket so Kareem can't get to it, lays it in, and the Knicks have taken the lead 87-86 with 4:20 to go in the 4th.
Team on CBS Sports.
Following the game, that light heavyweight fight will be followed by the Clinton Campbell Los Angeles Open. 87 points by the Knicks. That's the total they scored Tuesday night in that loss, 96-87 LA. 3 timeouts left for each team. Mike Flynn, by the way, has hit 9 of 11 from the field. A 1-point lead for New York, and now Los Angeles with the lead. Cooper.
Defensive breakdown the weak side of the floor. Back pick was set, and the man guarding the man that was setting the pick did not switch, allowed Cooper to get wide open.
Cooper with 12 points. Richardson picked up by Jordan. Jordan seeing a lot of playing time. Off it comes to Ray Williams. To Richardson. Good ball movement. Who's got it? Broken up. Outside the Campy Russell. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ray Williams hits it with 2.
That was the result of coming up with a loose ball. You've got to come up with loose balls. You got to get guys, although they rebound, they pass, you've got to be willing to dive on the floor.
Another call for foul inside, this time on Cartwright. They've been banging the whole game. They decided right now they'll call a foul, I guess.
And so they're over the limit, going to the line. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 5 fouls against the Knicks.
And the Lakers have 1 foul used before they get into that penalty situation. That could be very helpful to them.
Kareem not able to get it to go. Both these teams have not been very effective from the free throw line. And again, it's what Bill Russell said, the intensity of the game.
You know, the Lakers really haven't gotten many shots in this quarter, Bill. They've only taken about, I think, 7 shots in this whole quarter. So it's no wonder they haven't scored very many points.
Started the fourth quarter with Kareem sitting down. They didn't get any shots until he got back in there, really.
It's all even. 89 all. 3:14 to go. Russell into Cartwright. Look at this move by Cartwright against Kareem, who had a hand on it. It's off of New York. Los Angeles will get it. Grant Holzman.
Outstanding defensive play. Cartwright challenged Kareem like you got to do. And Kareem was up to it.
Here's the move. Cartwright takes it in real strong. Now see, Kareem waited. As soon as he was committed, he puts it right up there for grabs. He's like he takes it right to Kareem's hand. He doesn't have that skyhook where he shoots it from behind his body. He takes it to the defensive man, and a guy like Kareem will get it almost every time.
Inside, 3 minutes left. Wilkes gets help from Nixon. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Nixon on the move. He just was hard in that time. Define Webster to block the shot. 91-89, Nixon with 18 points. Webster looks like he's a little shaken. He may have caught something in the face. He is checking to see if he has everything in his mouth right now as far as teeth are concerned. Here's Ray Williams. Williams. Rebound, Webster against Kareem. He tries to go over the back. We have goaltending against Kareem. 91 all.
Now, this shot, he called a goaltending on it. It's difficult to know because the wrong referee called it. That's the outside referee's call. The referee underneath called it. Now, was it goaltending?
Yes,
it was.
The ball hit the glass first.
Good replay. As Marvin Webster, we mentioned earlier, had a...
Take a look at the basket by the Lakers a little bit before. Here's Nixon coming right down the middle with the left hand. Got body contact with Webster. He still controls it, gets it up. Could have been a foul on that one, but nothing was called. There's Webster checking out his lip where he got hit on that play that we just saw on the replay.
And all credit to him. He really came back and ripped the ball down. Next week, what a doubleheader we'll have. Philadelphia, Boston. The 3 of us will be in Los Angeles for Phoenix and L.A.
Well, we should have more of the same that we're seeing here this afternoon. The guys are pumped up, and they're going at it.
91 all. Loose ball foul. Kersey fighting it outside.
Well, there's where that penalty situation can hurt.
Foul going against Ray Williams, his 4th.
Now, earlier they had called that same kind of play a continuation because he had started his move to the basket.
That's the one that can't be put in.
Okay, when Campy put that one in the first half, it was pretty much the same thing.
Boy, the crowd are really reacting as Nixon has 19 points.
But this is where the experience of the Lakers may very well show. The Knicks have lost a lot of games last year and some this year with their inexperience late in games. Now's a chance for them to get a lot of character and maturity if they can come through and beat a good team like the Lakers in a crucial game with 2 minutes to go, trailing by 1.
Another important free throw that didn't find the mark. Mike Glenn lost it. Nixon quickly down to Cooper, and the Lakers will reset it with 1:52 left in the game.
There's the inexperience. He had no place to go. He tried to force a pass with no chance of getting that pass through. 3 Lakers in a way.
Kareem has position on Webster. Out to Cooper. Rebound Webster, and Webster really battling in there. I've never seen him any more aggressive than he's been today. The Knicks call for a timeout. 92-91. The Lakers by 1. Timeout is called with 1:34 left to go. As we told you, immediately following this game, we have a light heavyweight fight coming up between Rossman and Capuano. Let's go now to Chicago for an update with Tim Ryan.
This is an unusual setting for a professional boxer. Our coverage of this light heavyweight fight here in Chicago later this afternoon here on CBS Sports.
All right, right, thank you, Tim Ryan. Tonight on CBS starts with 60 Minutes. Then on Archie Bunker's Place, a new toupee has Murray thinking he's a lady killer, but he finds himself being taken to the cleaners while Archie tells him off. That's all tonight, right here on CBS, beginning, of course, with 60 Minutes. But right now, we have 1:34 left in this game. The Lakers lead by 1, 92-91. We understand that Marvin Webster's tooth went through his lip. And he was hit on that particular drive, but able to shake it off. Milwaukee still hanging on to that lead, but a precarious lead in the fourth quarter against the Bullets. Atlanta still leading Chicago. Bulls down by 10 points, and that's still very much up for grabs. Phoenix leading Philadelphia. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who has 28 points in this game. The Knicks down by 1. Campy Russell inbounds it. The Lakers still have one more foul before they go over the limit. Richardson, Jordan on him. Phil Cartwright against Kareem. And the Knicks lead it by 1, 93-92. He's stripped down the floor, important now, as Cartwright was 16. You see the time remaining in the timeouts left. Broken out by Richardson to Glenn. Glenn brings it back out to Michael Ray. To Ray Williams, intercepted by Cooper. Boy, what a big turnover that is. Cooper to Kareem. And Kareem
Great pass by Michael Cooper. A steal. The Knicks made a steal. They came up empty. The Lakers made a steal and capitalized on it.
And Rick had some of that inexperience you're talking
exactly
about.
Right. Michael Ray Richardson made 2 bad passes in that situation. First bad pass after making a great steal was the pass that stopped him from getting a fast break layup. The second pass was intercepted.
You see the time left. Williams trying to pass it off. The Lakers have it. They have a 1-point lead with 35 seconds to Jordan. Jordan fakes him. It's blocked. Ray Williams and Knicks have a chance to take the lead. To Glenn. Blocked. Campy Russell's got it. 22 seconds. And timeout is called by the New York Knicks. 20 seconds left. Almost pandemonium here.
You have to explain when I'm talking about the pass. Richardson made a great play, Bill. Then he comes and he throws a lackadaisical flip pass that prevented them from being able to get that break. Then he makes another lob pass that Cooper picks off. The Lakers capitalize on a nice pass from Cooper to Kareem. Get down the other end of the court, and they don't capitalize. They still have a chance.
People come in.
Volkswagen does it again.
There's the vital statistics. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you think the Knicks might attempt to do.
Well, first of all, you know they're going to try to go for a good shot. The only question is how long will they hold the ball before they shoot? Now, will they go and just get the first shot available and then leave the Lakers with the last shot to win the ball game? Plus, an important factor is the Lakers have one more foul that they can foul without shooting. And that depends on how much time the Knicks take. Now, the Knicks may take 10 seconds and then call another timeout if they don't have a good shot. Then the Lakers would use that foul.
Make them use it up to get it down to about 2 seconds, only 1 second. Take the foul, make them take it out of bounds with not much time left to get another one off. But I don't know, in this situation, they may elect to try and move it around and go for the shot, either win it or lose it on a one shot. I would look for Mike Glenn. He's been shooting the ball best. They certainly, I don't think, want to go inside.
And West had just put in Jim Brewer, who was another shot blocker. And if they miss the shot, someone that's a good rebounder to make sure they only get one shot. The key for the Lakers is to make sure that the Knicks only get one shot.
The Knicks have one timeout left. You see the time left in the upper right-hand corner. Richardson trying to get it into Cartwright. He and Jabbar are shoving each other. Campy Russell doesn't go. Kareem has it. The Lakers now ask for a timeout.
And that's what they want to make sure. Now, Campy had a good shot, but a guy like Jim Brewer, who's a shot blocker, made him change it just enough to miss it.
Now, what you got to do here, Gary, the situation here is when the Lakers try to get it in bounds at half court, you go for a steal. If you don't get the steal, you take the foul, make the Lakers have to make both free throws. The Knicks call timeout. They have a chance to get a 3-point opportunity to tie this ball game if the Lakers make both free throws.
If they only make one, then you only got to go for a 2-point.
Right.
Okay, look at this. Tom Weisskopf. All of a sudden, he's come in here. 50-year-old Miller Barber, who can still hit the ball a ton, is 10 under. And Dr. Gil Morgan, well, that's going to be quite a fourth and final finish.
50 years old is not so old.
Well, I wouldn't know. Hey, you guys.
I don't know yet, but I suspect it's not so old.
Have you thought about your most valuable player? 5 seconds with which to determine this game?
I still like Michael Cooper.
Well, I'm going to go with Kareem. 30 points.
Hey, don't be safe, Gary. Gamble a lot, okay?
Listen, you know, the thing about it is, here's the situation. He always votes for the center, and this time he's voting for somebody other than I'm going with him just so we don't get a center.
Come
They've both been good.
Okay. So what are we saying then? Is Cooper?
Now, the reason I say that I would go for Cooper, that's if they win this game now.
All right. What if the
is
Knicks
that,
win?
Kareem is playing great. There's no doubt about that. And we expect that of him. I think Cooper has had an outstanding game, considering the way he plays. An outstanding game for Michael Cooper.
He did some job on Michael Ray Richardson. He got that big block down the end. I'll go with Cooper.
He has 12 points. Kareem with 30. For the 22nd time, he's had 30 or more.
And, you know, that Cooper blocked, I think he was the one that blocked that last shot.
L.A. just asked for another timeout. What's that all about?
They say we got him to waste. Why not?
Well, it's actually, I'd be shocked if the Knicks don't try to steal the first pass that comes in and commit a foul. If they allow more than 1 second to tick off that clock, they are really minimizing their chances of having any opportunity whatsoever of trying to get back into this game. And this is where the three-point play really comes into effect. Without the three-point play, this game could basically be history. But even if the Lakers make those 2 free throws, they have a chance to still tie it.
Well, let me ask you this. If the Knicks, in fact, by the way, we want to mention these people who've really done an outstanding job. Sandy Grossman, Bob Stinner, Rick Sharp, Mike Burks, along with Rich Nelson, as the group working very hard behind us, supporting us throughout the course of this afternoon. But let me ask you guys a question. If the Knicks win this, who are you going to vote for?
I would probably go for Cartwright, because he's been toughest in the second half. He got an early foul trouble, but I think he's been primarily responsible for bringing him back.
All right, I'm going to vote for Glenn this time.
And if they win, I think I might go with Glenn.
Oh, you guys got a lot of courage.
But I'll tell you one thing we found out today, too, for sure. The Knicks can play with anyone.
Boy, we're going to have more of this to follow next week. Doubleheader. Boy, we hope you'll be with us. That should be a blockbuster.
Now they got the big guy Webster on the man out of bounds, Cooper, to try to make it a more difficult pass. Most coaches will try to employ that type of defense. You want to try and make the man throw it out the half court, not down the sideline. Because if you pick it off there, you got an easy trail into the basket for 2 points. Good D.
There's Kareem, and there's the foul that you were talking about. They'll send the big man to the line. In the last 4.5 minutes of the game, the lead has changed 16 times. It's been tied twice. Shows you how tight this game has been.
But the lead has changed almost as often as the amount of points they got.
That's right. They didn't give many in that fourth quarter, did they? The Lakers have only scored 14 here in this fourth quarter. But yet that's being enough right now to win this game.
Now they need both of these.
He got one of them. You're talking, of course, of that three-point play.
But it's been inexperience that has hurt the Knicks that we talked about.
And again, Westhead is making a move defensively, putting Jim Brewer in. A good rebound and a shot blocker.
31 points for this man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is 4th in the NBA in scoring.
There'll be a timeout whether this shot is made or missed. If the Knicks get it.
There is the timeout. That is New York's last timeout.
Another interesting fact is that you said Kareem is 4th in the league in scoring. Before Magic got hurt, he was not scoring nearly as much. And what he has done is over the period of since the Magic left the team with injury, he picked up the scoring because that was necessary. Because the Magic was averaging about 20 points a game, and you can take a 20-point man out of your offense. That's about a 4 or 5 point loss in terms of your overall scoring. It's not a 20-point loss. But the point is that he is so skillful and intelligent a player that he knew he had to pick up the scoring. And he's done it very well.
And you know what? They've got another adjustment to make back the other way because Magic's is coming back Friday.
It may be tougher than people think, too.
That's a very interesting
But it won't
point.
be as tough as the adjustment they had to make when he left.
Well, we'll be seeing him Sunday. He'll be making his debut Friday, but in that game between Phoenix and the Knicks on Sunday, the second half of a doubleheader, we'll see Magic.
I would think that the Knicks in this situation, Gary, to get back right here to the game, is that they've got three people I think they can either go to. Ray Williams, Michael Ray Richardson, or Mike Glenn for this three-point opportunity. And with 4 seconds, that's more than enough time if they set up a proper play, which I'm sure Red Holzman has worked on in different strategic situations and practice sessions to get an opportunity to tie this ball game.
All right, now if I read you guys right, if
you know what I would do if I were to think about here in this situation, take Kareem out and just put all quick guys so that you can you only got to fight the three-point shot. You don't have to fight inside anything inside.
Also, Bill, they have that foul use.
Right, they also got that foul use, but I wouldn't leave the big guy in there. I'd use all forwards defensively, or all forwards and guards, to make sure that they don't get a good three-point shot. The two-point shot can't hurt you. So you don't need a big guy on the basket.
The guy you got to be concerned with is 34, Mike Glenn, who will inbounds it because they'll want to get it back out to him maybe. Richardson, three-pointer. Boy, that was close. Kareem was up there, had the ball not gone. And so the Miller Most Valuable Player Award will go to Michael Cooper of the Los Angeles Lakers. He had 12 points and an outstanding game defensively, a big steal in this game. So the Miller $1,000 donation will be made to the Special Olympics on behalf of Michael Cooper. Boy, what a game we've had here at Madison Square Garden as the Lakers win it 96-93. For Rick Barry and Bill Russell, I'm Gary Bender saying so long from New York. The NBA on CBS.
If they get it in, they got to give a foul.